Hey guys, welcome to Legend Trails with Tails. And there's the tails. Welcome back. Appreciate you joining me. I'm just going to do a quick one today. I'm over at Montana Creek. And just walked about a mile through this to get here, just to get to the trailhead. Was recommended from a friend. You may know him if you follow the Bigfoot industry. RobRoy Menzies, the Bigfoot Art Gallery in Palmer, Alaska. Friend of mine. Though I've been here in the summer once or twice, he told me a few stories. Because if anybody knows Rob Roy, he's actually from Juneau and grew up here, went to high school, and told me quite a few stories about this place that I assumed I've heard a few stories. Yeah, this river does have steelhead and salmon runs in it. Not right now though. Steelhead, I think late January. The first runs are, so they probably come and gone, but it's still cold. But that's what we need to do to get some footage for you guys and for me. Don't get me wrong, love doing this. So if you remember my last video, Windfall Lake Cabin, which is almost 10 miles away from here, it is a serious hike. Well, that trail I was on where I got that, I hope you saw my short on the part 2 video where looks like I caught, with the help of a subscriber, couple faces. And on the way back, by the way, of course, it's when you're not filming, I got the most obvious tree knock you've ever heard, just up that hill that I was seeing these and hearing these things. It was as clear as day, not a sound for an hour. Coming back, half hour, and it was slow coming back and getting dark, but clearest knock you ever heard, not a sound in the woods, and just as loud as you can imagine. Anyway, that was the Windfall Lake Cabin Trail. So you figure almost 10 miles, and throw another 3.5 miles on top of that to where I was before, trail wise. And there's Pearl and Ty still hanging along. So I figured we'd come out here when there's no crowds. They get some Nordic skiing here, as you can see by this. There's a club, and this place is notorious bear country, the big ones, and other things I've heard. So Rob Roy was telling me when I was talking to him at his gallery, and you guys should really visit that if you're in Anchorage, Palmer, Alaska, Eagle River area. Should really make an effort, buy some of his merchandise. He's got some nice guitars, art. He makes a lot of art. Just visit his site, Bigfoot Art Gallery. So he was telling me that him and his friends used to come out here back in the day, and seen a few dark figures hiding behind trees, and some weird, there's a lot of spiritual stuff, if you want to call it that, or bad juju stuff going on out here too. And they witnessed this large thing shoot up from the ground and shoot straight up into the sky. So I don't know if that's a what do you call it? Spiritual. It did not sound like a good spirit. Not going swimming today, Ty. Not today. He would too. All right. Some big crazy trees here too. There's a few in these woods. So, yeah, he was telling me this place here has some crazy stuff going on. Of course, all these woods do, of course. You just don't know what's watching you. Well, right now, I'm sure it's not the bears. Now, right down this road is the glacier. And they have, I think, like a blue black bear. It has a blue hue to it. I'm not 100% sure. But a lot of those don't hibernate because they go through the trash cans because the edge of town's right there. But further up here, you're not going to see them. Now, there's been bear attacks up here, as in people getting attacked by the bears in the summer. And this is a legendary trail. That's a fact. The stories I've heard from other people too. And there's a lot of, I know there's bear attacks on dogs too. People walking their dogs like I'm doing. And the bears won, unfortunately. So I doubt very much we'll see anything like that. Then again, there are wolves, like I said before. But, you know, you could still find, well, a lot of lichen. That's kind of interesting. That right there. Lichen, it's edible, but not desirable. Anyway, there are winter chanterelles that grow out here under the trees, believe it or not, and they're actually really good. And you could find them out in these areas. Like that one area I was just looking under here like this. That was kind of what I was looking for. See if there's any chanterelles. And usually you see quite a few of them, or chicken in the woods, mushrooms. My wife's a big mushroom hunter and geocacher. Now, this is God's country, but it's desolate. And desolate not as in, maybe saying that wrong. Desolate is not as a desert, you know, but desolate as in you're out there. And it's easy to be near a town that's convenient and think you're safe and comfortable out here. Well, you're not. I know, I just heard 10 people perished or may have perished in a plane disappearance, and I was just talking about that on the last video, that thousands and thousands of people disappear a year in Alaska. And majority of the time, never even found. And I don't know the latest update on that. I hope maybe it's a miracle, but yeah. If you guys see anything, let me know. Obviously missed something. I had on that last short, or the part 2 video, just before this one, somebody pointed out to me because I was hearing these noises, and I kind of zoomed in one area because I thought I saw a movement. That was a few times I did. So I zoomed in, and I saw this black, kind of looked like a face. So I zoomed in and just assumed it's a burnt log, but then I started thinking, there's no burnt logs here in this area. Nothing burned ever. So when they mentioned that, I looked at it and I did some software, and looks like there was not just only a face there, but standing right up beside it on a tree behind it was a figure. And you can see its side of its body and its face, and you can see different angles of its eyes. And the more I looked at that black burnt log, it started to look like someone was hiding behind a smaller, younger one with darker fur, hair, kneeling, besides the or behind the log. At first I thought it was nothing, but I tell you what, in this business you can't say nothing. My wife was looking at the video. She goes, oh yeah, I can't say if I believe in those things or not. Yeah, there's something that goes way up there. And they like, as you can tell from that hill and where I was hearing the tracks, they like to take the high ground. And that is the high ground. So assume if you're going to look down on a hill, you're going to be across the river up that hill, or you're going to be up this big hill. I know I would. And a lot of this thick trees do stop a lot of the snow, keeps up in the trees, so they have shelter. And like I said before, last video, there's a lot of caves. That is actually a tree laying across. I thought, well, I don't remember a concrete dam. Well, it's not. It's a tree. This river can flood. Look at this thing. This thing is huge. Huge. These cameras, these video cameras do not justify the size. Y'all know that. So, come on, Pearl. Yeah, like I said, this is not going to be a very long one. I just wanted to check out the territory for a future video out here. It's pretty hard to get to. It was gorgeous. That was kind of weird. I don't trust my eyes on anything anymore. That just looks... I can't see from my angle, but yeah. Like I said, if you see anything, comment. And that's how I found out on a message about that figure. I think everybody was drawn to that black face. And then I pointed out, well, yeah, I see that. It wasn't disregarding that. But I wanted to point out, man, I'm seeing stuff again. But I'm just trying to point out what that big figure was standing there. No, that's probably a deer. There are a lot of deer up here. Sitka deer. Alright, there's another little cave. Right. See if I can show it. right there. And I think there's another one over here. So let's move on. Yeah, when I in this trail with the tails and hike back, I'll probably get another knock with my luck. I've heard a few over the years, but man, that was right up the hill. That was, you know, when the most obvious things happen, well, that was obvious, and it's hard to explain to people when you're like this quiet, besides down and the creek. I try to look up occasionally because you hear these stories. You know, I personally haven't seen anything swinging from a tree. Boy, I tell you, that sun feels good. Gotta stop for a minute, soak that up for while it lasts. Whew. Yeah, it's usually not up for very long. All right, guys. I can't promise anything exciting happens every time, but it kind of seems like it does. Or I miss something. And I heard this bend up here. The road goes off to the right up there. Has a lot of history. I know there's a lot of pools down here. That might have something to do with it. But like I said, I just wanted to do a short one, and anybody who's lasted this long, you have no idea how appreciative I am to share this with you. And you watching, give me a likes if you would. Comment would be awesome. Of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. You know, us youngsters in the biz need all the help we can get. This is all suggested to me because of the things I do. And I said, well, what the heck? Let's get some people to follow me. Maybe I won't feel so alone. Another huge tree. Good grief. That thing is, I don't know, 4 foot across, 3.5. This is what I was talking about. Straight up the hill, and I know your lighting's probably not real good, but stuff can sit right up there and just peek around, and you have no idea. So this is the spot, I believe, that has, picking up the dog with leashes, just in case someone pops up. I gotta leash him and run. So this area here, I heard, I think it was RobRoy, I'm not sure, because there's been some slides here in the past, and this kind of looks like it. Big bend, some old tracks. I'm getting bad lighting now, So I think, guys, I'm just gonna make this one a quick one. If you see anything in the, figures, heads popping out, let me know. And I'll try to make it a little more exciting one next time. Till then, thanks again, guys. Have a good one. Bye.